Hi guys, in this tutorial you will learn about the tracking tools that you need to configure into your website. We will discuss about the best practices on using Google Tag Manager, what is Google Tag Manager all about, how you can configure Google Tag Manager, and what are the tracking tools that you need to install in your Google Tag Manager in order for you to analyze your audience better. Okay, so if you are interested in that, stay tuned because we will dive in shortly.
So this is a grocery shop website. So we serve our local area to shop hassle-free. So also just a note, when you have a lot of products in your e-commerce website, if it's not a fashion related website, I would really say that you need to minimize the size of your pictures as possible. So if it's not really, you're not really focused into images, so I would really recommend that you make it smaller as possible so your website is fast and lightweight. So as in here, I'll make sure that all of my images are just 22 KB or less than 22 KB, so it's fast because we will be putting a lot of products, probably 15,000 products to choose from. So anyway, so yeah, so let's start with the first tool. Okay, before we install all the tracking tools, we need to have an organizer, and that organizer is a Google Tag Manager. So just visit to the marketing platform google.com, and then this is the Google Tag Manager platform, and then you need to sign into your Gmail account. Okay, so what is the Google Tag Manager? This is the organizer of all of your tracking tools. So instead of putting a lot of tracking tools into your head section or into your WordPress website, it's a good practices that you organize it in a Google Tag Manager, and you can just put one code, which is the Google Tag Manager, and the rest of the tracking tools will be installed into your Google Tag Manager. I hope that makes sense. So create an account, and then I'm gonna call this the name of the site, and we're based in the Philippines. So Philippines. Here shared data with Google and others. Let's try this one. Not really sure about this. Okay, I'm gonna check this one, and then you put your domain. Make sure there's no HTTPS, and then what this all about. So this is just a web-based website, so just use this one website and then create, and you agree, yes, and after that you will get this container or this workspace thing. So you need to install this one both into your head section. So you need to put this into your head section of your WordPress and into your body section. So go to the Google Tag Manager, to your WordPress website, but rather, and then go to the, if you're using Divi, you can go to the theme options, Divi theme options, and then integration, and then you can put it in here. And the body as well, you can put it in here. Okay, if you're not using Divi, just look for the head and the body section area. So once you're ready, paste all the codes, then okay, then we need to submit it. Okay, so we need to we need to check rather if it is working, if it is triggering. Once you're ready, install the tracking tools. Go to the Google Web Store and look for Google Assistant Legacy Extension. So you can type in Google Tag Manager, and then install this one into your Chrome, or install this extension, and then you will see this one after you installed it. So let's refresh that. As you can see here, there is already a Google Tag Manager, but we don't have any container. Okay, so what is the container? So the container is you can put all of your tracking tools in there. So for example, Google Analytics, Hotjar, SEMrush, and other stuff. So the first tracking tools that I would recommend with you is installing a Hotjar. So what is the Hotjar? Hotjars, basically you can see not just the heat maps. So when you say heat maps, let's type in heat maps there. So it's kind of like something like this. So you can see which area your visitors are clicking. So the red one is the prone areas they are clicking. So aside from that, you can also see the recording of, like, if you're using free version, you have ability to see the 300 records per day, I believe. But yeah, I'm going to show you later how that works, what that looks like. But first, let's just install the Hotjar. Okay, to install the Hotjar, if you're using a WooCommerce, you can integrate this one or install this thing. Okay, and since we were gonna use Google Tag Manager because we want to organize all of our tracking tools into the Tag Manager, so copy, and then you click the new tags, and then I'm gonna put in Hotjar, and then let's look for. You can look for HTML, or let's see if there is a Hotjar in here. So there is a Hotjar tracking tools, but if the tool is not supported, you can just type in HTML and then you put the code, okay? But we want to use the supported version, so Hotjar, and then let's just get the Hotjar ID. So the Hotjar ID is, you should able to see here. So the ID is this one. Then we put it in here, and then I want that to trigger on all of the pages of my website. Next, and you need to publish this one because this is set for this is still set in draft, so you need to publish that one and rename the version 1 Hotjar integrated. So this is just for naming purposes. You can put any version name, you can put any description you want. So publish, and then once it's already published, we can then go in here and then we verify the installation if it works. So verify that one. So it is already installed. So as you see here, like, we haven't really put any code into our WordPress website. We just put it on the Google Tag Manager and it's verified. So that's really the purpose of the Google Tag Manager. This will be your organizer of all your tracking tools. Next is we can then install a Google Analytics, okay? And then we can also install Facebook Pixel if you're not using Pixel. By the way, for the recording, I'm gonna show you how this will look like. Let me log into my other account, okay? And go into the, let's choose recordings in here. I'm sorry, this one should be, I'm gonna look for other, okay, this site, and go to the recording. I'm wondering there's no any recording. There should be recordings last 24 months. Okay, so as you can see, if I play this one, so you will see like how your audience behave when they land into your website. So that's really the purpose of the Hotjar, because to polish more your content. Okay, so yeah, so now let's dive into the, so now we can dive into the Facebook again. So again, add tag manager, and then we can go to the another Google Tag Manager, and then tags. I'm going to create a tags. We'll call this one Facebook Pixel, and then you can search Facebook Pixel if there is a pixel. If there is a supported tags, then you can put that. But if there's not, then just use HTML. And then I'm going to go into the Facebook Business Manager, and I will create a pixel for this site. This is purely a fresh site. We haven't really created any tracking tools and all of the stuff. So yeah, so first is I'm going to go into the Events Manager, and then I'm going to create a pixel for this site. So go in here, connect data sources. What is this all about? Pixel. and this is for pixel and conversion. No, it's Facebook pixel only. And then this one, you can name your pixel name. You can name your pixel, and then the website, and then continue. And it will get, you can get this thing here. So copy this one, and then you put it on the Google Tag Manager, and then you trigger this one in all of the pages again, save, and publish. So version 2, Facebook pixel integrated, and then publish. And now let's go into the Google Analytics. By the way, there's also Google Webmaster Tools, but we're not really particular on that, I believe, because our town is very small. So, and we will not do any blogging thing stuff. So, Google Webmaster can be just a less priority for us. But if you are a marketing side thing, you really need to have a Google Webmaster Tools. So I'm gonna create a website. Actually, we're already in 10 minutes left, so I will not work on Google Analytics tutorial. But if you want me to create that tutorial, just let me know, and I will create a version for you, tutorial version for use. But like when you are creating a tracking tools, it's very important. When you are configuring tracking tools, it's very important you have a Facebook pixel, you had a Hotjar, you have a Google Analytics, and you have a Google Webmaster Tools. And if you will run a AdWords in the future, Google AdWords as well. So that's it, guys. We're already running out of time. If you have any questions, you have concerns, feel free to comment down below. I would really love to answer your questions as possible as I can. Thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification.